Iman is one of the most successful African models of all time. She is a millionaire who owns a multi-million-dollar company. All these successes didn't come on a silver platter. She was a refugee, fleeing her country and seeking asylum in Kenya. At a certain point in her life, she had to choose between marriage and her modeling career. She faced so many unthinkable challenges and still managed to touch the world with her brilliance. Today, she is celebrated by many for her perseverance. Stay tuned as we dig deep into a highly inspiring story. Welcome to African Dream Motivation. She was born on 26 July 1955 in Mogadishu, the capital of Somalia, and was named Zara Muhammad Abdulmajid. At the age of 4, she was sent to Egypt to live with her grandmother, where she spent most of her adolescence. Following political unrest in Somalia, her father moved them back to the country and then left Somalia for Kenya. Growing up in Kenya, she studied political science at the University of Nairobi. She married at the age of 18 to a Somalian entrepreneur, even though her parents were not in support of her decision. While she was at the university, she was discovered by an American photographer, Peter Beard, who had a great influence on her. Peter convinced her to move to the United States to pursue modeling at the highest level. After taking some time to think it through, she agreed and moved to the United States. Her decision to pursue modeling forced a divorce after 2 years of marriage. In the United States, she worked hard to prepare herself for the desirable dream ahead. She took knowledge and practical-based lessons and mastered the art of modeling. By a year, she had her first assignment, which was for VOGUE Magazine in 1976. It was a stepping stone that took her to the limelight of her career. She appeared on top-notch magazines in the United States, and within a short period of time, she established herself as a professional model. As a black woman in the United States, she had her share of racial abuses. She later recalled that the first time she tried to get a taxi at night, she was ignored because she was black. In 1977, she got engaged to American basketball player Spencer Haywood and got married to him soon after. Her marriage with Spencer lasted for a decade, and it began falling apart slowly. In all, she endured and focused on her career. She was at the peak of her career and worked with top brands around the world. She featured in a lot of movies and music videos and was indeed taking all the attention. When she thought nothing could go wrong, life took her by surprise. One Friday night in 1983, Iman was returning home from a dinner she had with some friends. Out of a sudden, a drunk driver hit her taxi very badly and she was severely injured. The accident caused a fracture in her cheekbone, eye socket, collarbone, and several ribs. She felt like her life was over due to the intensity of the pain. Everything she held dear to herself was on the verge of being lost, and it was a painful experience. The doctors worked exceptionally well on her, and after 5 months, she recovered. Her near-death experience made her see life in a whole new way. She realized how unpredictable life was, and living it, she decided to be happy and enjoy every little time she had left. She soon returned to modeling, to pick up from where she left. After she was fully recovered, she ended her unhappy marriage with Haywood in 1978 and retired from modeling 2 years later. After almost 2 decades of modeling, she was experienced in mixing her own formulations for makeup artists to use on her. Based on that, she started her own cosmetic firm in 1984, and she was closely involved in the final product. She also acted as the commercial face of the company. She remarried English musician David Bowie in Switzerland in 1992. They lived happily and even had a daughter. Her happiness was silenced on 10th January 2016 when her husband died from cancer.
Now you're thinking, why is she tearing up? Because this is where it comes to. My husband, David, was also a staunch supporter of human rights and devoted an innumerable amount of time and resources, which he chose to do it anonymously. I share this award with him, knowing that the fire in him lit the fire in me, and vice versa. Good partnerships have a habit of doing that. So while this work is never done, I'm grateful and humbled by this recognition. And thank you for many, many times over. Thank you.
In her tribute, she wrote, "The struggle is real, but so is God." It was a very sad year for her. To add salt to injury, her mother also passed on 2 months after she lost her husband. In all this, she grew stronger, mentoring young models and managing her million-dollar company. Iman Cosmetics was making $25 million a year by 2010. She was also featured in movies like Star Trek and appeared on several television shows. She was involved in many philanthropic activities, including the Raise Hope for Congo campaign, which was geared towards empowering Congolese women and girls. On 7 June 2010, she received a Fashion Icon Lifetime Achievement Award from the Council of Fashion Designers of America. She faced so many difficulties, from childhood through marriage to career. But whenever the challenges came, she stood strong and focused on what really mattered. You may have gone through unimaginable pain, but if you still have life, stand up and move forward. There is a better future that awaits you. If Iman was able to reach that far, you can also do it. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, kindly like, subscribe, and click on the notification button